In Ottawa, in just a few hours from now, Mark Carney will be sworn in as Canada's 24th Prime Minister at Rideau Hall. To set the stage for us, we're joined now from Ottawa by CTV News senior political correspondent Mike Couteur, who is outside Rideau Hall for us this morning. Mike, good to see you. So the ceremony where Carney will officially become PM begins at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. How will this day unfold?
Yeah, we're expecting a number of ministers, and it will be a smaller cabinet, significantly smaller than what we had seen under the previous Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. He had 37 ministers, including himself. We're expecting somewhere between 15 to 20 ministers, so expect a number of these ministries to really be combined. They'll be coming in just before 11 o'clock. That ceremony will happen. Then we're expected to hear from Mark Carney, the 24th Prime Minister of this country, and then he's expected at 2 o'clock Eastern Time to hold a cabinet meeting, brief up his team, and we're expecting also, Marcia, the look of this team to be somewhat different, but really what we are hearing is making sure that the message is being sent, that the adults are in the room, and that this is going to be a wartime-like cabinet, meeting the moment that we're in right now, this existential crisis that we are facing in terms of this trade war with the United States, and making sure that the steady hand is on the wheel going forward. Marcia.
And under all of that, what are you hearing about who will be included and who won't be included in cabinet, Mike? There's a lot of buzz, a lot of speculation.
Yeah, let's start with who is out. We know Jean-Yves Duclos, who is the Quebec lieutenant. He is out. Mark Miller, who is the immigration minister, also left out of cabinet. We also understand that Karina Gould, who was the government House leader for the Liberals and a leadership contender to Mark Carney, it's believed that she has not been offered a position. But we do understand that Chrystia Freeland, the former deputy prime minister and finance minister, also a leadership contender. We understand that she's being offered the transport file. Then in terms of who is sticking around in their current role, we are hearing that Dominic LeBlanc will be in cabinet in some form. Mélanie Joly will be foreign affairs minister. François-Philippe Champagne, that is where it gets a little murky. He will be in. We heard him yesterday at the embassy in Washington, D.C., saying that he will be in the cabinet going forward and during an eventual election campaign, although he didn't say what role he'll be taking. Natural resources, we believe, will stay with Jonathan Wilkinson. Of course, that's a key one when you consider how natural resources are something that the United States are looking to go after. We also understand that environment will either be split up or dissolved in some manner. Stephen Guilbeault is going to be the new Quebec lieutenant. He will also be in charge of Parks Canada and conservation, and it sounds like heritage as well. And he has been such a lightning rod in Western Canada because of the carbon tax and because of how Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was for protecting the environment. So it looks like a bit of the heat will be taken off of him. And of course, we're looking to others like Gary Anne-Sandegri, who sounds like he will maintain Crown Indigenous relations, but also be given justice at the same time. So a lot of moving parts, Marcia, as we continue to really sort of, figure out who is going to be in and who will not be in.
Mike, what do we know about Carney's first orders of business? Could it include an election call early today?
Not today, as we understand that there will be at least a little bit of time in between this cabinet forming and him coming back to Rideau Hall to ask Mary Simon, the Governor General, to dissolve Parliament and to drop the writ. That could happen within about a week or so. Keep in mind, Marcia, that Parliament is scheduled to return on March the 24th, but all indications that we have is that we are not going back to the House of Commons, that the writ will be dropped before that. So anticipating an election date sometime in late April, early May, that is, I think, what everybody in this town firmly believes right now.
All right.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.